So a while back, somebody contacted me that they wanted to sell a property in Ogun, and then I asked all the questions I wanted to ask: what documentation, who is the actual owner of this land, all those shebang. I asked the measurement of the plot, and the person said 350 square meters, and I didn't want to sell it. Somebody was telling me, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just a plot. I was like, no. Why? Because the standard plot in Enugu State is not 350 square meters. Which brings us to today's video. Today I'm going to talk about the plot sizes, acres, and hectares, so that you are also aware of the different plot sizes and you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, what is a plot? A plot is basically a defined area of land. It's either measured in feet or square meter, but here in Enugu we measure in square meter. In Enugu State, the standard plot size is between 450 square meters and 500 square meters. That is for one standard plot. But then there are outliers, obviously, like plot size that you see of 750 square meters or 1,000 square meters, or you see properties of 450 square meters. In states like Imo, Delta, Anambra, or Ebonyi, they measure by 100 by 50 feet, which is basically 450 square meters. Now, what's the problem for most people is that they always ask, why is it that Nigeria as a whole does not have one standard plot size? Why is it that you go here, it's 450 square meters, you go to Abuja, it's 350 square meters, you come to Enugu, it's 500 square meters? First of all fingers are not equal. The same way all states don't have the same space and area of free land that they can use. That's why their land have to be plotted with plot sizes that suit the expanse area of the particular state. That is why different states have different plot sizes. That's why different states, the plot sizes are plotted differently. Moving over to acres. What is an acre? An acre of land is basically 6 to 8 plots of land, depending on the measurement. Now, an acre of land is approximately 4,046 square meters. You're going to get 8 plots out of an acre if it was measured with 500 square meters. And you're going to get 7 plots out of an acre if it was measured with 600 square meters. The most accurate visual representation of an acre is a standard football pitch, not the stadium around you. The standard football pitch where world global players play. That is the visual representation of an acre. Now, moving over to hectares. 1 hectare of land is 10,000 square meters. This is the exact size of the new Enugu City, because the new Enugu City is 10,000 square meters. The number of plots you're going to get out of a hectare is dependent on how the land is plotted. A hectare of land is usually the exact size of a mini estate. Now, if the land is plotted by 500 square meters, you're going to get 20 plots of land out of that hectare of land. But if it is plotted by 600 square meters, you're going to get 16 plots of land and a little bit more out of that hectare of land. But if it is plotted by 465 square meters, you're going to get approximately 21 plots out of that hectare of land. Now, depending on how your land is plotted, you might either get larger plots of land if you're dividing it by smaller plot sizes, or smaller number of plots if you are dividing your hectare of land by larger plot sizes. And that is exactly what a plot, a hectare, and an acre is. And as always, my name is Blessing Abraham. This is the Blessing. I'll see you tomorrow.